as we are discussing the question number 1 of exercise 3.3, now let's continue with divisibility by 4. Okay, so what the divisibility by 4 says, if we are given any number having 3 or more, we are given with any number which is more than 3 digits. Okay, so what we are going to do in order to check whether that number is divisible by 4 or not, what we will do, we will take the last 2 digits of that number, right, and the number formed by last 2 digits of that number, if that number is divisible by 4, then the whole number is divisible by 4. Okay, so let's start with the example. So the first is 128. So the number we have is 128. So last 2 digits will be what? 28, right? So last 2 digits are 28. So tell me whether 28 is divisible by 4 or not. 4 sevens are 28, right? So if last 2 digits are divisible by 4, then therefore this whole number is also divisible by 4. Got it? So this will be a tick, right? Okay. So next is 990. 990. So last 2 digits are what? Last 2 digits are 90. Now tell me whether 90 is divisible by 4 or not. Let's do like this. Okay, so 90 divided by 4, it will be 4 2s are 8, 1 remaining, 0, 10, 4 2s are 8. So 2 remaining, right? So we can clearly see that 90 is not divisible by 4. So if this number is not divisible by 4, then this whole number is also not divisible by 4. Therefore 990 cross. Okay. Okay, so let me erase this. Now we will quickly cover all the remaining examples. Now next is 1586. So the last 2 digits will be 86, right? 86. Okay. So divided by 4. 4 2s are 8, 6. Okay. 4 1s are 4, remaining 2. So it is not completely divisible. If this is not 86 is not divisible, therefore 1586 is also not divisible, right? Next is 275. So the last 2 digits will be 75. Okay, now we will check whether 75 is divisible by 4 or not. Okay, 4 ones are 4, remaining 3, 5, 4 sevens are 28 and 4 eights are 32. Now 3 remaining, right? So this 75 is not divisible by 4, right? Therefore this whole number 275 is also not divisible by 4. Okay, let's move to next example. 6686. Last 2 digits 86. 86 divided by 4. 4 2s are 8, 6, 4 1s are 4, remaining 2. So 86 is not divisible by 4. Therefore, this whole number 6686 is not divisible by 4. Okay. Next, 6,39,210. So last 2 digits will be 1010, right? So is 10 divisible by 4? 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8 and 4 threes are 12, right? So 10 is not divisible by 4. Therefore, this whole number is also not divisible by 4. Okay. So next is 4,29,714. So last 2 digits are 14. 14 divisible by 4? No, right? Therefore, this whole number is also not divisible by 4. Next, 2,856. Last 2 digits 56. Okay. So let's try to divide 56 by 4. 4 ones are 4, 1 and 6. 4 fours are 16. Okay, remainder is 0. Therefore 56 is divisible by 4, right? So this whole number is divisible by 4. Okay. Next, 3060. So last 2 digits 60. Is 60 divisible by 4? When you will divide, you will find 4 into 15 is 60. Okay. So 60 is divisible by 4. Therefore this whole number is also divisible by 4. Okay, last 4,06,839. Last two digits. 39. Is 39 divisible by 4? No, because 4 nines are 36 and 4 tens are 40. Okay, so 39 is not divisible by 4. Therefore, this whole number is also not divisible by 4. Okay. Next, quickly discuss. We will cover the divisibility by 8. Okay. For divisibility by 8, it will be similar to divisibility by 4. The only difference will be, instead of taking the last two digits, we will take the last three digits, and in divisibility by 8 we will divide the number by 8. Okay, so for example, in the first case, so we have 128. Okay, so this is already a three digit number only. Okay, so last three digits will be 128 only. So let's divide 128 by 8. Okay, so 8 ones are 8. Okay, remaining is 4 and taking 8. 48. 8 6 are 48. Okay, and the remainder is 0. So we can say 128 is divisible by 8. Okay, so if 128 is divisible by 8, then the whole number is divisible by 8. Okay, so we will mark a tick. Okay. Okay, so next move to next 990. So the last three digits will be 990. Okay, so when we divide 990 by 8, we will get a remainder of 6. Okay, so therefore 990 is not divisible by 8, right? Therefore this whole number is also not divisible by 8, right? Move to next 1586. So last three digits will be 586. Okay, 586 divided by 8. Okay, when we divide 586 by 8, we will get a remainder of 2, which means 586 is not divisible by 8, right? If 586, where is it? Yes, 586 is not divisible by 8, therefore this whole number is also not divisible by 8. Next, 275. Let's divide 275 by 8. I have already done it. 275 when divided by 8 gives us a remainder of 3, which means 275 is not divisible by 8. So therefore this number is not divisible by 8. So next is 6686. So last three digits will be 686. Now let's divide 686 by 8. We will get a remainder of 6, which means 686 is not divisible by 8. Therefore this whole is also not divisible by 8. Next, 6,39,210. Last three digits 210. When we divide 210 by 8, we get a remainder of 2, which means 210 is not divisible by 8. This whole number is also not divisible by 8. Next is 4,29,714. Last three digits 714. Okay, let's divide 714 by 8. We will get a remainder of 2, which means 714 is not divisible by 8. Therefore, this whole number is not divisible by 8. Next, 2,856. 856. 856, when we divide it by 8, we get a remainder 0, which means this number is divisible by 8. So, if 856 is divisible by 8, this whole number is also divisible by 8. Okay. Next, 3060. Last three digits will be 060, which means 60 only. When we divide 60 by 8, we get a remainder of 4, which means this is also not divisible by 8. Okay. Last, 4,06,839. Last three digits 839. 839 divided by 8 gives us a remainder of 7, which means 839 is not divisible by 8. Therefore the whole number is not divisible by 8. So now we are left with 9 and 11. So for 9 and 11 we will be having a lot of calculations. So what I will be doing is, you can note all these. What I will do, I will erase some of these and we will make some space for the calculations, so that we can easily do our examples for 9 and 11. Okay, you can note this down for now.